Deployment is never easy. You leave your family, your home, everything you've built behind, and you pray it'll all be waiting when you get back. When I shipped out overseas with my unit, I locked up my farmhouse, gave my spouse power of attorney, and thought I'd covered all my bases. But the one thing I underestimated was just how low the HOA, and Karen in particular, would stoop while I was away. Halfway through my deployment, I got a frantic message from my sibling. She had driven by my farm only to find strangers lounging on the porch. Kids were playing in my yard, my barn was wide open, and my pond lodge, the one my father built, had people camping inside. It didn't take long to figure out what happened. Karen and the HOA had decided that since I was gone indefinitely, they had the right to seize my property and rent it out. They actually listed my farmhouse on a rental site. They called it a community-owned vacation lodge. When my sibling demanded answers, Karen smirked and said, "He's not coming back. He's probably been Kia. We're putting the property to good use." That was the moment my blood started boiling. See, she didn't realize something critical. I was very much alive. And though I couldn't just hop on a plane, I had brothers and sisters in my unit who didn't take kindly to hearing that one of our own had been written off as dead so some power-hungry HOA could turn his land into an Airbnb. When I explained what was happening, my CO's exact words were, "Handle it. You've got the green light." So I called my sibling, who rallied some of my closest friends, many of them former military, some still active. Within a week, they rolled into town in pickups, SUVs, and even a few camo-painted Humvees. Karen had no idea what was coming. The vacation renters were sitting on my porch drinking sweet tea when they heard the rumble of engines. A convoy of hardened Marines and soldiers pulled up, boots hitting the dirt in unison. My sibling stepped forward, holding up the deed to my land. "This property belongs to Sergeant, my last name. He's alive, and you've been illegally trespassing." The renters scattered like mice. Most of them didn't even know they were squatting illegally. They'd been duped by Karen's lies. But Karen, she came storming out of her HOA office, shrieking that my family and friends were terrorizing innocent neighbors. That's when my sibling dropped the hammer. She played a video of Karen bragging at a meeting about how I was probably dead and how she planned to flip his farmhouse for profit. The looks on the residents' faces said it all. They turned on her instantly. Within hours, the police arrived, not to arrest my family or friends, but to escort Karen and her cronies off my land. The judge issued an emergency injunction that very night, confirming the HOA had zero authority to rent, lease, or claim ownership of my property. When I finally came home months later, I was greeted not by strangers, but by my family and a dozen of my unit brothers standing guard at the gate. They'd kept the place safe, fixed the damage, and even added a new flagpole out front. As for Karen, she didn't just lose her position, she lost everything. Residents sued her for fraud. The HOA treasury was drained dry, paying back the renters she scammed. And Karen? She's now the neighborhood ghost. The sign by my gate says it all: private property, protected by family, friends, and the United States Armed Forces. The HOA thought they could steal my lodge while I was deployed. Instead, my unit and my kin took it back by force. And trust me, Karen will never forget that convoy rolling up her street.